Supervisor Adam.
Okay. Well, many speakers said the tribe are nice and good people, and I agree. You know, I've never said anything to the contrary. But this is a deal that I, as a supervisor, have to evaluate on its effect on our organization. And, you know, I'm going to state some specific reasons why this deal doesn't work for me. And I appreciated negotiating with you, particularly Chairman Khan and Mr. Lopez. Like you guys a lot. I want to work with you in the future. We had a chance conversation the other day at the collab event at the Chumash casino, and very pleasant. And like you said, there's many other things outside of this agreement that we'll be able to work on together, and I look forward to that. And sounds to me like this thing's flying by, but as usual, I take a little contrarian view to everything, so don't take it personally. So the term, you know, when we were working on it, Doreen and I, that was one of the things that really stuck in my craw, that you know, this agreement should be for the life of whatever agreement there is for with the state of California. You know, it was represented at that time that gaming was the revenue stream that was going to pay for all of this, and if there was gaming, you know, I felt, and I think Doreen felt at that time, if I could put a word in her mouth, it's nice. Yes, I can. She's smiling. Okay. I might not be done with that, so don't let go. So you know, the thing is I just wanted it to go on as long as there was a deal, and as long as there's gaming, then I think it's really reasonable that the thing go on instead of just ending abruptly in 2040 and that's it. Service impacts. You know, I got some quotes here out of specifically page 6, section 3, 9C, and I'm not going to bother reading it. But, you know, the language can be read to mean that the county has a duty to maintain services at contemplated levels of development in exchange for the $178,000 flat payment. The language below suggests that this is especially true with respect to services needed as a result of the tribe's development. And then there's another quote from section 7, I'm sorry, page 7, section 10. You know, it's ambiguous as to the commitments that the county's agreeing to, and it's ambiguous as to the cost that we're agreeing to, and therefore it's a blank check, and it's a bad deal for the county, and I can't approve that in clear conscience. And I would advise you, if you came to me saying, what do you think I should do with this? They're not going to tell me how much it's going to cost, and they're not going to tell me exactly what I got to do. I would say, well, you know, that's tough. You know, you shouldn't make a deal like that. So that's my objection to that one. This 178,000, which was a negotiated deal, you know, when we were talking last time, and you know, one of the things that the board letter says is that they took off from the new ad hoc committee took off from where the old one left off, and you know, I don't know how it went from a conversation of whether you should do something like Buellton or whether it's 38% or 1% or whatever to a specific number that got negotiated. I mean, fantastic negotiating, guys. But, you know, I just think it's a bad deal for us. And they didn't even put in an inflation component. You know, so this thing's going to shrink as we go through the next 22 years until it disappears entirely. And at the end, it should be worth about $90,000 if you have 3% inflation over the period. So, you know, this isn't even, you're right at one safety FTE to begin with, And, you know, that's it. We've just spent all the money. So, and that will be shrinking as time goes on. So we're not going to fix any roads. We're not going to, you know, provide any fire. We're not going to do anything else. And we're not even sure what we agreed to here, because it's just, it has to get fleshed out over time. So, you know, what does the county get? A buffer zone along 154 and 178,000 a year, which isn't even inflation adjusted, like I said. So it's going to end up at being 90,000 at the end. What does the tribe get? Unlimited services at no additional cost. Great deal for the tribe, not a great deal for the county. And, you know, given our fiscal situation at the moment, I think it's just irresponsible of us to support such a deal. And, you know, what we could do at this point in time, which we probably won't do, is decline the deal. And when you guys want services, come and contract for them if you want them. Maybe you want to do all your own. It's great. But, you know, come and contract with them, with us to provide those services at that time. But, you know, we've got to have, you know, that's one of the problems that we've had here for a long time, is not getting 100% cost recovery contracts with many of the municipalities and areas. So, you know, we need to be doing that in the future and not running ourselves out of money by doing things at lower than cost. So, you know, maybe, you know, it sounds tough, but I think it's just a legitimate evaluation of this particular agreement. And I think we could have done better, but, you know, for many reasons I stepped aside, and this is the deal, and, you know, I just can't support it. So.